Hello everyone. Hope everyone's had a great weekend so far. Today's message, we're going to be looking at the third time Jesus appeared to his disciples and a miracle that he performed. So the verse that we're going to be looking at, so it's the miraculous catch of fish. So how Jesus went out and met his disciples and how he performed a miracle in front of them and how excited they were. So the verse that we're going to be looking at is in John 21, 1-14. So it says, after this, Jesus revealed himself again to the disciples by the sea. And he revealed himself in this way: Simon Peter, Thomas called the twin, Nathanael of Cana in Galilee, the sons of Zebedee, and two others of his disciples were together. Simon Peter said to them, I am going fishing. They went and they said to him, we will go with you. They went out and got into the boat, and that night they caught nothing. Just as day was breaking, Jesus stood on the shore, yet the disciples did not know it was Jesus. Jesus said to them, children, do you have any fish? They answered him, no, he said to them, cast the nets off the right side of the boat, and you will find some. So they cast it, and now they were not able to haul it in, because of the quantity of fish, the amount of fish they had. The disciples whom Jesus loved therefore said to Peter, it is the Lord. When Simon Peter heard that it was the Lord, he put on his outer garment, for he was stripped for work, and threw himself into the sea. The other disciples came in the boat, dragging the net full of fish, for they were not far from the land, but about 100 yards off. When they got out on land, they saw a charcoal fire in place, with fish laid out on it, and bread. Jesus said to them, bring some of the fish that you have caught. So Simon Peter went aboard and hauled the net ashore, full of large fish, 153 of them. And although they were so many, the net was not torn. Jesus said to them, come and have breakfast. Now none of the disciples dared to ask him, who are you? Because they knew it was the Lord. Jesus came and took the bread and gave it to them, and so with the fish. This was now the third time that Jesus had revealed to the disciples after he raised from the dead. So in the story, we hear how the disciples had returned back to their original lives after they met Jesus. They went back to being fishermen. They never went back to being fish. They went back to being fishermen. And Jesus appeared to them, and what I want you to think about is, how do you think the disciples must have felt when they met Jesus again and that their net was full of fish? I think they would have initially been upset that they weren't catching any fish. And then when Jesus came, they might have been a bit doubtful when he said, go throw your net on the other side of the boat, because if they had been fishing all night, they would have fished on that side and they would have tried to catch fish, but they didn't. So they would have been a bit doubtful. And then once they caught the fish, I'm 100% sure they would have been over the moon, ecstatic, really, really excited about catching fish. And not only that, realizing that they had their friend back. Their friend had come back from the dead, had risen from the dead. They had their friend back. So Jesus's mission for his disciples weren't to help Jesus share the good news when he was on earth, because that's what Jesus was doing. Jesus's mission for his disciples were to go out. Once Jesus had left and gone to heaven, it was the disciples' job to go out and share the good news, and Jesus was going to guide them through it. And now that's what we need to do. Those disciples in the Bible aren't there anymore. So now we need to be disciples. Anyone who follows Jesus and shares the good news is disciples. So we can be disciples for Jesus, and the way we can be disciples for Jesus is going out and sharing the good news. So obviously when you're little, even not when you're little, when you're adult, I'm a bit nervous going out to talk about Jesus to people that I don't know, because you're scared of what the person might think, or they might reject you. And that's human to feel that. But you pray about it, and the more you do it, the more confidence you get. So You can do it at school. If your friends and you are having a chat, you can chat about Jesus. You can pray for your friends if they don't know Jesus yet. You can invite them to church when we go back to junior church. You can invite them to that. You can share the videos that we create, and they can share that. That is all being disciples for Jesus and going out to share Jesus' good news. Now, when you're little, if the more you speak to your parents or your adults or older family members or friends, the more confidence you'll get to share the good news. And even listening to family members' testimonies. So you might want to ask mom if she has a testimony, or dad, or auntie, or uncle, or nanny, or granddad, or cousins, anyone that you have, brothers, sisters. You could ask them what testimony they have of Jesus working in their lives. And hearing them, that will also fill up with your heart with confidence, and then you will be able to go out and share the good news. That is our mission. We need to be the disciples, fishermen of men, and the fishers of men. That's what we need to do. So our craft this morning is, what you'll need is you'll have to get a net like this. It's just from fruit, or you get them from onions or in the supermarket. If you don't have one, it's not the end of the world. You can just create a fish. Then you're going to need some paper and colouring in pencils and felt tips. If you've got googly eyes, that's great. You can use them. If you don't have googly eyes, that's fine, because I didn't have any. If you've got sequences or glitter or anything you want to decorate your fish with, you can use it on how. It's up to you what you want to do. I'll just show you what I've done, and you can do how you would like. So I've created. You can make as many fish as you would like. You don't have to just make 2. I've just made 2 as an example, but you can make as many as you'd like. So I've made these 2 fish. Your googly eyes you can stick over there. Your sequins, you can make them as scales, glitter the tail, however you want to decorate them. Make your fish, and then you're going to stick them on your net, and you can hang your net up somewhere, and that will be a reminder to you to be a fisher of men, and to go out, share Jesus' good news, help Jesus be the disciple on earth that Jesus would like us to be. So I hope you have loads of fun doing this. And if you would like to share a picture with me, I'd love that. You can email it to me. Have loads of fun doing it. Decorate it however you would like. Before we go, I've got a little bit of a notice for you. On the 28th of October, all children can get a free packed lunch from church. So all you've got to do is you've got to get hold of Jackie Jackson at the church, and before 3 o'clock on the 27th, so the day before you can get the packed lunch. So before 3 o'clock on the 27th, you let Jackie Jackson know that you'd like a packed lunch, and then on the 28th you can go to the church and pick up a packed lunch. If you don't have Jackie Jackson's number on the church service, you'll see the notices that James shares, and there will be Jackie Jackson's number. If you don't know that, if you have missed that, then just contact the church and they'll give you Jackie Jackson's number. Ask your parents to do that for you. And then on the 28th, you can get a packed lunch from church. I hope you have an amazing time and an amazing week, and have great fun making your fish and your nets. If you don't have a net, just make it however you'd like it. If you don't have this kind of net, make your own, or use a piece of material or something. But make sure you hang it up somewhere so that it can remind you to pray, to be better fish of men, and to help you share Jesus' good news and become confident in doing that. And praying for anyone that you may know that doesn't know Jesus yet, that may just starting to know Jesus but doesn't know him enough. So all those people that you need to pray for, that will be a reminder for you to do it daily, and for us to be followers of Jesus daily. So I'll see you soon, and have a great week. Bye.